the Pore Destroyer.
Hello, bonjour everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cyril. I used to be a stem cell researcher for quite a long time, and this is why I can tell you about the science behind skincare ingredient. And well, for today's video, I am going to basically show you a proper routine where you can combine some very bougie actives to shrink the pores, to make them smaller, better looking, which also translates with less acne, and we do love this. But at the same time, I also want to have like some good anti-aging, because guess what? I am no longer in my 20s. This is also probably the case. So it is always good like to have like some proper gold standard active ingredient also to counteract anti-aging. So basically this video is a routine to counteract big pores and aging. So before doing the routine basically with you, I just want to talk about first about the actives and why they are going to work together in order to achieve this poreless skin. And also I want to say a couple of things about pores. So first thing first, this is absolutely normal to have pores. They are more and more like a sort of pore phobia, like, ooh, I have pores, oh my god. Well, this is normal, we all have pores. Also, most of us also have blackheads. Definitely this video are going to help you to make them smaller, because some of the actives that I'm going to show you will simply help to declog the pores, and therefore they will seems to be smaller. Also the inner part of the pores are going to be exfoliated, and you will have a better differentiation of the cells and etc. So basically it will translate with smaller pores, less blackheads, less whiteheads, and also less acne. Of course, don't imagine that at the end of this routine you will be like 100% flawless with no pores. This is also due to your genetics. If you do have big pores, they will end up being big, but they will be smaller. So don't worry about that. And like always, especially with skincare, be realistic about your skincare. And I would say focus your mind also on the positive things, because far too often we are way too harsh about ourselves and we just see like the big pimples that we have, and we just forget with the rest of our skin that is probably in perfect condition. So don't be too mindful about your imperfection. Also embrace all your goodness. Anyway, so here are the different actives. So the first one is simply niacinamide. So the product that I'm going to use is this one from the brand Geek and Gadget. This is the 10% niacinamide that also have zinc. Zinc is also an excellent ingredient, especially when you are acne prone. So niacinamide is anti-inflammatory, which helps with acne, and also it simply helps with the overall pores, which we like, of course. This is why it is here. You don't have to use this one. You can definitely also choose the one from The Ordinary that is also very affordable. The other active, and this one is not often praised, definitely, this is a derivative of azelaic acid, which is the potassium azellyl D-glycinate. And oh my god, this one! I just love this one. It is an anti-inflammatory ingredient, and it also helps with the complexion of the skin. So it doesn't necessarily have a direct action, I would say, about the pores, but because it is an anti-inflammatory, I did want to put it in the mix, because I'm pretty sure that you will see a wonderful difference by using this one. Also, what I love about it is that contrary to azelaic acid, it doesn't have to be formulated at a pretty low pH, so therefore it is at a physiological pH, so around 5 and 6 basically, and therefore it is not going to exfoliate your skin, so it goes really well with the two other actives that I'm going to show you. Which brings me to the next one, which is my beloved retinol. Oh gosh, you know that I love my retinol. I have, I don't know how many videos about retinol. So the one that I'm using in this video is the one from SVR, because this is 0.3% of retinol. This is the ampoule A. Do you have to use this one? Absolutely not. You can use the 0.3%, the new one from Pore. I didn't have the chance yet to test it, but I'm pretty sure that it is an amazing one. If you are really on a budget, choose the one from The Ordinary, even though this one is not going to be optimal for this video, but you can definitely do it like this. So a word about retinol. Of course, this is the gold standard, in my opinion, ingredient to fight anti-aging with sunscreen in over-the-counter skincare. This is for sure. And guess what? Retinol is going to be converted into retinoic acid. So retinol is converted into retinaldehyde and then into tretinoin. Of course, the efficacy will depend on the concentration of retinol. 1% retinol will give you results very similar to the lowest concentration of tretinoin, which is 0.025%. So it is quite a potent ingredient. Of course, the higher the concentration is, and also the tighter and less blackheads you will have. Something that you also need to remember is that the effect of tretinoin and actually also of retinol on the skin is that it will mainly focus on declogging the pores. So in the beginning, you may experience a lot of purging, which is also why I have another ingredient to help to reduce the purging. This is completely normal. So if you are new to retinol, for at least a month to 2 months, you may purge. This is absolutely normal and you need to keep on doing it. And the last thing that I want also to tell you is that depending on your age, for example, if you're in your 30s, like me, you don't have any major sign of aging, most likely 0.3% retinol is plenty. Now, if you are in your 40s or older, or simply you are in your 30s and you have photo damage, you may consider to transition to 1% retinol. In that case, get used to 1% retinol for at least 2 months and then do this routine. So the last active is this one from SVR. Again, this is gluconolactone at 40%. So this product, this is the SVR, the Sebag Clear Active. I also have a dupe about this one, which is the one from Neostrata. I didn't try it yet, but I'm pretty confident that it is going to work also wonderfully on the skin. And it also contains 15% of gluconolactone. So the French one from SVR contains 14% of gluconolactone plus 4% of niacinamide. So why I do want to recommend this one to you? Because gluconolactone is really going to help you to flush everything from your pores. At the same time, because this is a PHA, polyhydroxy acid, it will exfoliate your skin, but at very, very gentle one. So when you combine basically retinol, PHA, and also azelaic acid, like to calm down everything, plus the beautiful niacinamide, you will see that you will have amazing results without irritating far too much your skin. Of course, the big point of all of this is to know exactly how to use those active and also how to combine them, and this is why I'm going to demonstrate you exactly how to do it. So I'm only going to demonstrate it for the evening routine, and then I will talk to you about the morning routine, but you will see that it is pretty straightforward. So like I have said, we are going to start in the evening. So basically the actives in the evening are the following. You have the derivative of azelaic acid, so the one that I show you is from Geek and Gorgeous. I don't have an alternative for it. Then it is retinol that you are going actually to alternate with the PHA, also from SVR, but it also could be the one from Neostrata, like I have said. And also for the retinol, you can also use the one from Pore Choice. I strongly encourage you to be very careful with retinol. There are a lot of brands that promote that they use retinol where we don't know the concentration. We also don't know if it is stable or not. So I don't have a lot of faith in most brands. So I only recommend the one that I really know that they work. Have a lot of faith with Pore Choice for sure. So what I've just did on my face, I have double cleansed my skin. This is something that I always recommend. So I'm just going to show you the product that I've used today. Do you have exactly to use those one? Absolutely not. You can check my video on my favorite first and second cleanser if you want to have alternative. The only thing that I'm going to tell you though is that because we are going to use especially a mix with retinol and also PHA, be very gentle with your cleansing routine. So the cleansing balm that I've used today, it could also be an oil. This is simply the Clinique one that take the day off. I absolutely adore this one. I've been loving this one for such a long time. Other one that is also very similar in K-Beauty, this is simply the Clinique, the Baninaco, the Clean It Zero, that is also wonderful. It has like a sort of strawberry smell. I really, really love it. This is not a big deal if you have perfume in your cleansers because they are not leave-on. The second cleanser that I've used, so water-based cleanser, so this one on damp skin, is this one from Avene. I've been heavily promoting this one. I love this one. This is the extremely gentle cleanser lotion, wonderful one. And then I thoroughly rinse my face, only using my hands and water. Never use a towel or something like that that may exfoliate your skin. This is not something that you want. If you still have a hard time, what you can use is those big cotton pads. You drench them with water and this can help to basically rinse your face. I also did my neck and the top part of my décolleté basically. So the first product that I'm going to use is, of course, an hydrating toner slash serum, whatever the name, we don't really care. It also could be an essence. So the one that I'm using currently only for 2 days, actually, this one from Klairs X. This is the Propolis Synergy Toner. Why? It's because I want to test more propolis. I've been introduced to propolis a very long time using a product from Skin Food, which is this one, the Royal Honey Propolis. I adore this one. There basically almost no scientific data about this ingredient, but this is a beautiful humectant, and you will see that it really plumps the skin like crazy. So I adore this ingredient. Your alternative is, of course, my beloved premium lotion from Adalabo. I mean, you cannot go wrong with it. And of course, all the products are going to be on the description box. I've actually already put one layer of the propolis from Klairs X just after I wash my face, because you do not want to let your face dry. So I am always very generous. As you can see, I use only my hands. If you really feel fancy, you can use a cotton pad, but I don't really recommend it. I do think that it is a waste of product anyway. So don't forget also the top part of your hands. And immediately I am going to use the azelaic, the 20%, so the derivative of azelaic acid from Geek and Gorgeous. So two options to use it. You can either put some drops on your hands. So usually what I do, I put the pipettes on my forehead if I can manage, because I don't have a mirror right here. But don't touch the pipette with your hands, because you may contaminate the product, which is not what you want. So you will see that I don't really wait between the stage. This is important because we are only using products that are water-based, that contains humectants, and they don't contain any emollient to really lock in the product. So as a friendly reminder, humectants are here to trap the water from the product by themselves. But if you don't apply a coat of emollient to lock in the water, it is going to evaporate, and you will then come back to me and tell me, oh my god, Cyril, my skin is so dry. No, it's because you have waited far too much. Okay, so then it is actually either the retinol or the PHA that you are going to alternate. So you basically choose, either you start with your retinol on Monday, for example, and then on Thursday you are going to use the PHA, then on Wednesday retinol again, then on Thursday PHA again, but you are going to alternate both of them. What I love about this is that you can even start this routine almost from scratch, because the 0.3 retinol, it is not irritating at all, and also the PHA is very gentle on the skin. This is not going to be irritating. And on top of that, you have the derivative of azelaic acid, like to calm down the game. So for me, for tonight, last night, I have used the PHA, so I'm going to use the retinol. So I have put a couple of drops here, and I'm going to apply it still on damp skin, especially this one, but this is the case of most retinol products. They are quite, they have like some emollients, because the retinol is only soluble in lipids. So therefore, it will start to lock in the water. I have said it many times on my Instagram, but I'm really waiting for the one from Pore. I love this one from SVR because this is encapsulated retinol. So this is a beautiful formula. As you can see, I use it under my eyes, on my lips. Also, I want the anti-aging like everywhere. And if I could, I would actually use it all over my body. And as you can see, I spend a little bit of time to massage in the product. So important, if you have a beard, be a little bit rougher. Of course, don't scratch your skin. But the idea that you want the retinol to go under your facial hair. Of course, don't forget your décolleté. Usually when I do this, I basically have nothing on on the top part of my body, so it is way easier. But I mean, I'm not a stripper, so I'm not going to do it on YouTube anyway. So once you have applied either the retinol or the PHA, I am going to wait like for maybe 3 minutes, something like that, but not more. If you have a tendency to have a dry skin type, or you are super bougie and high maintenance, like I am, and you do want to have an extra layer of hydrating product, what you can do is actually use an hydrating serum just before the retinol and the PHA. So it goes like this: your hydrating toner, then you use the derivative of azelaic acid, and then you are going to use an hydrating serum. So my favorite one currently, this one, deeply hydrating. It also could be the Coco June essence from Adalabo. So this one, this is the enriched essence from Skin Food. Love this one. And then immediately you apply either your retinol or the PHA from SVR. You have your options. Now we wait for 3 minutes, and then I'm simply going to moisturize my skin like a crazy person. So to moisturize the face, very easy, very straightforward. So for under my eyes, this is my favorite current eye cream, which is not an eye cream. This is an eye balm from Iada. Gosh, I love this one. This is the medicated balm. You can of course use simply the same moisturizer as for your face. You do not have to use this one. If you have crepey under eye, use this one, the medicated eye balm. If you tend to have irritation from retinol, I don't at 0.3%, so that's fine. In that case, use your clean fingers and remove the excess here. I don't have to use it because my skin tolerated wonderfully at this concentration, so that is not an issue. Okay. Also, as you can see, I spend sometimes to massaging, especially here on the side. You always see like, tap the product. No, don't tap it. You want to massage it because you want the product to go into those fine lines to plump them up. This is what we want. Now, in terms of moisturizer, the two that I'm going to show you, you don't have to use those two or this combination, but like I said, I am high maintenance, so this is what I like to do. So the first one is the Klairs Supple all over lotion. I have a video about this one. I adore this moisturizer, and what I do in the evening is that I mix it with the Klairs Midnight Blue Cream. I do basically a 1:1 ratio. I'm quite crazy, so I go crazy. I mean, this is me without any surprise. If you tend to have all your skin type, what you can do is only use the Midnight Blue Cream, and you can even combine it with the Klairs AX, the Ultimate Moisturizing Honey Overnight Mask. This one also very lightweight, very rich into humectants, no emollients. If you combine the two, actually works really well too. So as you can see, I have a lot. I mix it with my hands, and I'm just going like to apply it all over my face. I also give a good massage, especially with the retinol, because I really want to make sure that the retinol is evenly dispersed on top of my skin, because I want every single cells of my skin to benefit from the retinol. And basically that's it for the evening. I'm just going then to tell you basically what to do in the morning. You will see that it is very straightforward. Okay. So don't forget your hands, of course, because we want them to be drenched with moisture and good stuff. So in the morning, this is way easier. This is basically 2 actives, 1 to 2. I will let you choose. So in the morning, what I usually recommend is to not cleanse your face. You simply rinse it with water, and then you are going to use your hydrating toner. So could be exactly the same one as in the evening. I tend to avoid not to use my premium lotion because depending on my sunscreen, it tends to balls up. This is probably due to the hyaluronic acid. With this one, I have never had any issue, which is the propolis from Klairs AX. Your choice. I think next week I will also film a whole video with a routine that is that does not have any hyaluronic acid if you do have those type of problem. Then immediately on damp skin, you are going to use the 10% niacinamide, the one from Geek and Gorgeous or the one from The Ordinary. Both of them are perfect. Again, if you are super high maintenance, you have bougie, you want your hydrating serum, you can use this one from Skin Food. This is the propolis one, or you can use, of course, the Coco June essence, for example, or any other. Try to be fragrance-free, please. Then, and this is optional, this is for those of you who have a lot of blackheads, especially, you can reapply again the retinol in the morning just on the area where you have the most blackheads. In general, this is the nose, and you can apply, in that case, a tiny amount, and you massage it well onto your nose. You wait maybe for 2 minutes, less than that, and then you are going to use your moisturizer or not. It will depend on your skin type. And then your sunscreen. I give you this example, but you don't have to use this one. It could be, for example, the Innisfree, the Intensive Long Lasting Sunscreen. This one does have a white cast, pretty minimal, but it's very beautiful on the skin. Especially if you don't want to wear any makeup, but you want to have a very good looking skin. This one for everyday is an excellent one. Even probably when you are exposed actually to the sun, it is described by Innisfree to be a more, I would say, hardcore sunscreen. Of course, I don't have the UVA protection, so I cannot tell you, but this one, the intense, long-lasting sunscreen, it is an excellent one for sure. Also, something that I forgot, and of course, don't forget your lips. Oh my god, no. So, I've been really loving, especially for the day, the Flawless Lip from Dr. Sam. The key with this one is to use plenty. So, for the purpose of this video, I use a little, but I go quite crazy, and your lips will be like super plump. The last thing that I want to tell you is about propolis. The only report that we do have in skincare about propolis, and also honey actually, is that it could trigger allergic reaction. Not to everyone, of course, but if you are allergic to honey, or you have very sensitive skin and you are very worried about it, do a patch test, of course. And if you know that you're allergic to honey, do not use it. So you can do the patch test behind your ears, on the fold of your arms, or if this is more a sensitization, in that case you can just apply a little bit on the area where you tend to be more sensitive, and you wait a couple of hours to see if you have any reaction or not. But it is always better to be safer than sorry. And please do not forget to wear your sunscreen every single day, especially in the morning, and it has to be an SPF of 50+. So thank you so much for watching. Comments down below, tell me if you want me to do like more in-depth review, skincare routine like I've done right here. Thank you so much for your time. If you did like this video, give it a huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to ring the bell, because you do not want to miss any of my new videos, of course. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am Cyril Laurent. I do a lot of live. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.